September, episode 12, normal type
Hello,
evolution.
everyone, and welcome to episode 21.
More
I'm Gabe, and
EVs!
today we'll
Yay!
be exploring Route 10 and meeting
Honestly, I don't
another
think
new
Eevee needs a normal type evolution,
But
because just
let's do a
having
quick
Eevee
recap.
itself
In the
as
last
a normal
episode,
type
we
is
traveled
just,
back to the abandoned
you know, like,
lab
perfect
and
in my
helped
opinion.
Mal with some
But hey, if we're going to do
legendary
all
research.
16 of them,
And
well,
you had the strange
not kind of the
eggs
ones we
hatch
already
into the
have.
spliced forms of the starters.
Gotta do the normal type then. The Eevee just being the normal type itself is fine, but whatever.
This
Doesn't
is
really
Route
matter.
10. There is some geothermal activity in the area.
Geysers.
As powerful geysers erupt around you. You see multiple Pokemon enjoying the natural hot springs. Sedimut, Plazaro, Theraslice, Resonneedle, and Drakento.
Nice.
They all look pretty tough, and you eventually
Naturally,
make it to the
they're
entrance
like second
of a
stages and a first
Stepping
stage
into Plio
and whatnot.
Cave
You know what I mean?
is like stepping into a sauna. The
Ooh, that hot,
geothermal
eh?
activity continues. Pools of cave water bubble around you,
Bubble,
and
bubble, toil
colorful
and trouble.
metal deposits paint the walls. You keep an eye out for Pokemon and spot Kinsandy, Sedimut, Nanoboa, Trozult, and a bizarre new species flying through the air.
Of course, another new Pokemon.
There is a prehistoric
What
shark
the
that
hell?
you needed to do.
That thing can
Pelican
fly?
Prime.
Are you kidding
If
me?
you've
What is
never heard
wrong
of
with
this
its
thing,
jaw?
All you know is all we really have are these fossils of its teeth in this spiral configuration. It's very weird. And there's a few different.
It is very
reconstructions of
weird.
its jaw, but you end up with something just really wacky looking.
It is very wacky.
We're gonna be
Look,
working
if this
off
thing
of
looked
that jaw
like a
to get
Pokemon, I'd
its
be like,
two
oh, they
types.
made that up. No,
Personally,
no.
focusing on the teeth,
I mean, they
almost
did, but
feel
they
like a
didn't.
Saw blade. So we're gonna bring in the steel type.
It is kind of cool to
And
make it
then
like a saw
the
blade, though.
swirling nature of the jaw also made me think of like a hypnotism swirl.
Psychic
Which
Seal?
we're going to put into the eye and then give it the psychic type as well. That psychic type also means that we can pretty easily give this thing levitate. So
Cool. Oh,
just
that's
like
how
the
it's flying.
bunny,
Okay.
It can swim through the air. I always think it's fun to have a Pokemon based on an aquatic creature that doesn't actually have to have the water type. Anyway,
Yeah.
this design came
Bruxish
together really
doesn't.
easily.
And everyone
I
loves
knew that I wanted
Bruxish,
this thing
right?
to feel, sharp
Does anyone
and
remember that
angular,
Pokemon?
And the rest just fell into place. All right, this is Whirlicon.
What a wild
the
color
steely
for a
stare
shark.
Pokemon. This Pokemon's
This
fossilized
definitely
jaw
chalks up to,
perplexed
huh?
scientists for decades. That
Oh, the Pokemon.
uncertainty
I mean,
hindered
the
revival
bases in
process
real life might
until
still
the
exist. We don't
advancements
know.
made in the Palean region. Whirlicon zipped through the
It'd be
air,
wild if it was.
hypnotizing others with their swirling eyes. Only when their prey is incapacitated
What a wacky
do they
shiny
swoop
color.
in
But I
and
kind of like
attack
it.
with their extended jaw. And like I said before, its ability is levitate. You see them zipping and zagging through the air and splashing into various bubbling pools. After battling through the wild Pokemon and exploring the cave, you find some unique items. Stardust and big nuggets will sell for a great deal when you finally make it back to a Pokebeacon. You also find a poison orb. Your primal Meowth seems fixated on its purple gleam.
Oh?
And so you
Should
decide
become a
to
poison type?
give the
Ice
cold
poison?
little feline the item. Unsurprisingly, it becomes poisoned.
Go!
But it also miraculously evolves.
What a
Yes,
terrible
we're
kind of
finally getting
evolution.
to our
We
primal
better
version,
just like it
and
gets
we just
poisoned.
have to
Moving
do a
on.
Sabertooth combat. I thought about
Persian
doing
being a
new
saber-tooth tiger is a
evolution,
great
kind
idea,
of like
though. I like that
Berserker,
idea.
But I felt like Persian deserved a little better after Alolan Persian. So I went ahead
I like
and
it.
beefed up Persian's proportions just a
Saber-tooth
bit, and
tigers
gave
are
it a
already
bobtail
cool, so
as
just put a
well.
Persian in there.
It is getting a bit of a mane, just to
Fits.
continue with that.
Ignore that.
ice
I thought I
type
muted
aesthetic.
that. Whoops.
Oh, and we're bringing in some icy fangs, of course. But the more interesting element is its new secondary typing. Yes,
Poison,
this fills
normal.
another unused type combination with poison and ice.
Oh, poison
The
ice.
reasoning is in the Dex entry, so I'll
I
say
said
that.
poison ice earlier. I was
But,
right.
you know,
Dang
a
it.
cool new look
I actually
and
my
a
vote.
unique typing is just the love that Persian needed.
I like the look.
Oh, and I went ahead and used the normal Persian colors for the shiny, and it also turned out really well. Okay, here is Primal Persian.
I really
Classy
like this
cat
design.
Pokemon.
This is great.
This
is
fierce
awesome.
Pokemon struggled to stay warm as a Primal Meowth. But
So I
they
got
have
sick
learned to
instead.
embrace its ice typing and weaponized the cold-induced sickness in its body. They are extremely protective of Primal Meowth and can often be seen curled around them to keep them warm.
Aww.
Its ability is Strong Jaw, since it's a saber-toothed animal,
Yeah,
and that boosts the power of biting moves.
of course.
You also feel much better now that your Pokemon is no longer shivering all of the time.
Yeah, right. I feel a little
Continuing
more
deeper into the
conscience
cave,
now.
you wind
You know?
this way and that, and you do discover an access gate
16.
labeled with a large 16.
That's the legendary behind that.
It will certainly be a while before you're able
Yeah,
to open that,
I'll
but
be
you make a mental
back.
note to return eventually. The geothermal activity begins to die down, and you soon see the cave exit up ahead. Snow glows outside, but a
Glows.
silhouetted figure steps
Hey,
before
our
you.
rival.
There you are. I was wondering when you'd catch up to me. While you were off exploring the action at Credit Cliff, I was able to catch up and surpass you.
Oh, really?
Don't believe me?
Grant leads with his starter,
Battle.
which you are happy to see is also fully evolved.
Nice. We're doing better than the Hoenn.
It's still no
group.
match for your Pokemon, though, as you have the advantage. After that, you have to deal with Espeon, and then Jolteon,
You got evolutions
and
too.
then Sylveon.
You got all the evolutions.
Yes, it seems that Grant has been visiting the Evolution Research Building in Salur City quite a bit.
Great.
Finally, he sends out his newest EV evolution.
The normal type evolution we
I
talked
was
about.
really unsure how I would do a normal type evolution without it just looking like a slightly larger Eevee.
It's
In
Eevee,
the end,
but
It's a
big.
concept that I've seen a bunch of other artists riff off of, and that is giving it some type of hint that it's connected to all of the other types.
Oh.
I landed on giving it gems.
Sort of Arceus-y
its
in a
deck
way.
rough. Oh, and of course the biggest tweak to help keep it looking like a big Eevee is just changing the color palette
Yep.
a little. Though I did, of course, make the shiny the regular Eevee colors.
Of course.
Oh, and I always forget to mention the evolution methods, but this is one of my favorites. Your Eevee will need to knock out a Pokemon of every single type, and then use a normal gem in battle. It's a lot of work. But
That is
I
a
really
lot of
wanted the
work.
normal type
You gotta
Eevee
have
to
normal
feel
gems
special.
too.
Also, especially
But
with
hey.
its new ability,
Ugh.
it is legitimately like a really good.
Have your Eevee
Pokemon.
kill a dragon
Need to
type.
avoid.
Okay, sure.
Let's take a look.
I mean, with the new
at
type chart, that might be
Eevee,
easier, but still.
The shifting Pokemon.
I love this artwork, and I
This
love the original
unique
colors too.
evolution is
Or the shiny
incredibly
colors, I'm
well
gonna say.
attuned to all of the different Pokemon types and is able to change its type at will. The gems nestled in Eeveeon's mane are crystallized infinity energy that it taps into to
It's
change
cool.
its type. Though they are skilled in battle, they more often than not prefer to curl up and nap on their trainer's lap. And its ability is Protean. So if you don't know that ability, it's awesome. It'll let Eevee change its type to whatever move it used. Yes, Eevee's ability makes it particularly unpredictable, but eventually you do manage to knock it out and win the battle.
Yay!
Grant
Go
promises
me.
to work even harder with his Pokemon and reaffirms that he will still beat you to the mysterious research station
Right.
in Pallian Bay. He runs out of the cave and onto the rest of Route 10. You'll follow behind him in the next episode.
See you next time.
Thank you so much for watching, and please leave a like if you enjoyed this video.
Those are also
As
cool
always,
Pokemon.
I would
I
love to
love
hear your
learning about
thoughts
that
on today's
shark
episode
thingy.
down in
Like,
the comments
what the
below.
frig was that?
Especially
I
what
hope
you
we
think
get
of
more
this
information on
normal
that type of
Eevee.
thing.
A big
Just
thank
like,
you to
it
Adam
had a weird
again,
fossil thing on its
and
tongue.
I'll see you all
What?
in
No!
episode 22.
That's not how
Bye.
mouths work. The Persian one was my favorite, though. I just love how you turn into a saber-toothed tiger. Saber-toothed tigers are awesome. And the idea of Persian being one makes so much gosh darn sense. The evolution was cool, too. I like that look. I feel like just having Eevee itself be the evolution was fine. But, adding to it, it's like, you did a good job. You made a little Arceus-y, but it works. And, yeah. What was your favorite one of this one? I like learning about the shark personally, but again, the saber-tooth tiger person wins it for me. But yeah, we didn't get a lot of story in this one, but we got some new Pokemon. At the end of the day, that's what matters most, right? Hey, got a hot new region, so part of the region, so maybe we'll get more fire types moving on the next part. Only one way to find out, by watching the next part, of course. But yeah, cool area. Can't wait to see what's behind that 16 gate. And yeah, what's your favorite? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.